Hi guys, so the next question that I want to look at is this one. Without a calculator, determine the value of sine squared 35 degrees minus cosine squared 35 degrees divided by 4 sine 10 degrees times by cosine 10 degrees. Now when we do trig, we want to find a few special things. Firstly, we want to find our identities. And the two identities that you guys know by now is firstly sine theta divided by cosine theta is equal to tan theta. You guys know this, that is grade 11 work. Secondly, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. So oftentimes we find ourselves looking for this identity. It's quite special. But then we get to our double angles that we have learned this year. Now, the first double angle is sine 2 theta, which we can rewrite as 2 sine theta cosine theta. You see the same angle there. And then secondly, cosine 2 theta is equal to cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. Now don't get these two confused. Do you guys see that this is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta? Well, this one is sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta. Okay, now when I go to the question that you guys got in the exam, the first thing that I see is that I have a sine squared 35 degrees minus cosine squared 35 degrees. Now here sine squared is first, but this is a plus. Here we have cosine first, but there's a minus. So this minus is actually a hint to you guys. We are going to factorize it, and we're going to take out the negative. And when we take out the negative, we're going to swap them. So this is then cosine squared 35 degrees minus sine squared 35 degrees. Now I have a double angle. Do you guys see that? Okay. Now next, I see a sine 10 times by cosine 10. They are the same or have the same angle. But our double angle is 2 times, while the question in the exam states 4 times. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to take out a 2, and then I'm going to times it by 2. 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. So this is then 2 times 2 sine 10 degrees times by cosine 10 degrees. Okay, now I can start changing things. Firstly, I'm going to say cosine squared 35 degrees minus sine squared 35 degrees is my double angle here, which is cosine 2 theta. So this is then negative cosine 2 times by 35 degrees. Okay? Divided by 2 times by 2 sine 10 degrees cosine 2 10 degrees brings me to this double angle, sine 2 theta. So this is then just going to be 2 times sine 2 times by 10 degrees. Okay. And then if we simplify this, this is negative 2 times 35 degrees is 70 degrees. So negative cosine 70 degrees divided by 2 times by sine 2 times 10 is 20 degrees. Now I see that I have cosine 70 degrees. But hold on, isn't 70 degrees plus 20 degrees 90 degrees? So do you guys agree with me? I can say then negative cosine 90 degrees minus 20 degrees. 90 degrees minus 20 degrees will still give me 70 degrees over 2 sine 20 degrees is equal to, okay, now let's have a look here. 90 degrees minus 20 degrees is then going to be cosine 20 degrees. But remember, it's 90 degrees, so we change. So 90 degrees minus 20 degrees is in the first quadrant. And remember, all are positive there. So cosine of 90 degrees minus 20 degrees is positive, but there's a negative in front. A negative times a positive is a negative. Sine 20 degrees divided by 2 sine 20 degrees. And what I see here now is that I can say sine 20 cancels, and I am left here with -1 over 2, which gives us -1/2.